Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Level Up Show. I am your host, Derek. You're listening to the best podcast on the internet, so says Darth Vader. Right, Alex? Oh, shit, Ryan!
Off to a good start.
Oh, man, don't give away Darth Vader's real name. Come on.
I know. I shouldn't. Alex Ryan is a real badass.
Everybody thought it was Anakin.
They really did. You know, and Hayden Christensen quit Hollywood. They just turned it into a whole thing, but it wasn't Hayden's fault. It was really Alex Ryan's fault. That son of a bitch. He really sucks real bad.
And then Han Solo died. Spoilers.
It's like it's Halloween and I'm talking and one of those voice changes. It's so good.
It's good.
Oh, God damn it. This is the best podcast on the internet, that's for sure. Ryan and Ralph are both with me tonight. And we're not going to fuck around. We're going to get right to business because Ryan has a little work to do. He also sounds like Darth Vader, so we're just going to let him do what he wants and talk about what he wants for a little while, and then he's going to leave. So the best dose of Ryan is the type of dose you're getting right now, short and sweet. That's what the ladies say. So, Ryan, why don't you tell us?
So anything I want, so I can tell you about Paranormal Activity Ghost Dimension.
No, I haven't watched it yet. You can't tell me about it. Is it good? You can tell me, is it good?
It's one of those movies.
Okay. That doesn't tell me anything. I dig that. All right.
They're like not holding anything back anymore. They're just showing you everything.
Is it the worst one of those movies, or maybe one of the better ones?
It's probably better than the fourth one.
Okay, that's not saying much, but all right.
Yeah.
Is it better than one? Because I didn't like one.
No, I would say
It's so scary.
one and three are probably the best, and then 2, 4, and the marked ones kind of suck.
The marked ones is pretty bad. You didn't like 2? 2 is the one that got me.
No, which one? Well, which one was the one where they were in the 80s? That was 3, wasn't it? Or was that 2?
That was 3.
Yeah,
the
80s.
2 was her sister.
3 is my favorite, the one that was in the 80s.
Yeah, it was all right. The marked ones is pretty bad. I really wanted to see the Ghost Dimension because it seemed like it seemed kind of cool. The ideas of being able to see the ghost moving.
Yeah, I didn't even. Oh yeah, they don't hold any of that back. They just they just show you everything now. So they're like fuck not seeing it. You're seeing it whether you want to or not. Yeah. You actually get to see Toby. So that's real, cool. Real Toby.
I dig that.
Half a Toby.
Oh shit.
And the good half.
Yeah, the lower half. That's what I'm talking about. Oh God, I want one time for you to laugh and it to switch to your Darth Vader mode and it just sound real sinister.
I got a message on my phone that used the internet, so maybe there's something weird with my internet going on. Any type of.
I don't know.
Because right when that happened, I just got a message.
Well, hopefully we won't need the internet to do the rest of this.
Yeah. I mean, who needs the internet anyway?
I never have.
Nope, I haven't used it since the 90s when it was dial-up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the only way you knew you got mail is when you logged on to the internet.
Did you use it on your car phone?
I did use it on my car phone. You know, it was really tough in '99. You couldn't watch porn on your phone in the car. It was real hard. It was real 8-bit.
It was like Snake.
That's really what Snake was. It was just a giant dick, just getting bigger.
Trying to fit in a tiny hole and then disappear.
Got me every time.
That's a metaphor for life right there.
Every time you thought you got in the hole, it would disappear and show up somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Your princess was in the hole. That's what he kept telling you.
All right. Well, if you guys want to talk about good games, I don't have very many of them on this list.
I think you do. I disagree.
I finished Everybody's Gone to the Rapture and
I disagree.
Immediately deleted that piece of garbage. That is the worst version of a walking simulator I've ever played.
Yeah, all right. You didn't like how everything closed up and.
No, what sucks is I got lost, so it made it take even longer. So I had to wander around until I found the exit. I was at a point where I was just trying to run to the exit, but got lost doing that. So I figured it out. A bunch of blackness and lights and stars-looking things, and I don't even know what happens in that game because I don't care.
I don't think anybody knows what happens in that game because I don't think anyone cares.
And then, well, actually, yeah, I guess I do have some decent. I have maybe two that aren't so decent, but finished Uncharted Drake's Fortune on charting, and it's not fun to play those games on really hard difficulties. It's just really frustrating. So I probably shouldn't have done that, but
Yeah. Sorry, I did it again. It made me laugh. So you're playing it on like the hardest of the hard difficulty, right? Because you already played it.
well, yeah, I mean, I could play it on brutal now, but I'm not going to do that because they added a new difficulty. But yeah, I just started off on charting, which is the hardest you can start off initially, and on the original one, that was the hardest. And I'm playing through Uncharted 2 also, and character movement feels way better, but I also have that Uncharted, and I'm hoping that will not be as bad as the first one, because it just felt like I would just blasting dudes forever, and they would not go down, and then they would hit me once, and I was dead. So
That's my thing. That's for me. And I don't know if you guys are this way. I start every game normal. Like, yeah, I'm an experienced gamer, but I don't start games on hard. I start them on normal. And a lot of my friends start them on hard because they want that challenge. It's like, I want to be able to enjoy the game, you know, and I wouldn't mind switching to hard, you know, once I beat it once and try to play it again, but I never do that. I just don't. So, like, I'm going in Uncharted going, okay, if Ryan can do it, maybe I can do it. You know, hey, listen, I beat a Dark Souls-esque game in 2015. Maybe I can play games on hard mode now. Like, I don't know, but I like to enjoy my time with these games, so I don't want to give myself a stupid hard mountain to fucking climb when I don't have the ability to do it.
well, like I've already beaten the first Uncharted like 3 or 4 times, so I was gonna play it again. I was gonna play it Uncharted because I don't want to play it one more. Well, I guess I would have to play it one more time to beat it on brutal, but I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll probably never play it again. But so yeah, I'm planning on doing that. I don't know if I ever played Uncharted 3 on Uncharted, but I'm going to this time. Figure out. I think I only finished Uncharted 3 once, which is kind of weird because I finished the other two at least 2 or 3 times.
You're really prepping yourself for Uncharted 4.
Yeah, but that's not. What is it? May or is it March or when is it?
March, because it was February before, right? They just pushed it. I think it's in
So,
March.
got a ways to go, but there's some good games coming out pretty quick. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get that Gravity Rush remastered for only like $23.
April 26th. I'm sorry.
Or Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
unlocked.
that must be why they're doing that. They're probably competing with Best Buy with that. Like Prime people are getting all the pre-orders 20% off.
And new
Yeah.
releases for 2 weeks. But Gamers
Yep.
Club Unlocked, you get everything 20% off. That's new.
And 10% off. And 10% off used games. And
Yeah.
10% bonus trade-in.
But how many people do you have to talk to at Amazon to buy those games?
I just go to Best Buy's website. That's the easiest way to do this shit.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that too, but then I got to pay sales tax.
Oh my god. Stick it to the man, baby. Stick it to the man.
Yeah, no sales tax. But yeah, so going through Uncharted 2, it looks really good. I don't remember as much as I would have thought playing it again, but I might not get back to that. What?
Is Uncharted 2 the one where you fight the dude with the blue? You have to like find the. Is it blue crystals or
Yeah,
blue
there's
something?
blue dudes.
Okay.
The first
Yeah.
Uncharted is the Nazis that are
Right.
all crazy looking.
All over, yeah.
Let's see, what else we got? Oh, I finally finished, I don't know what made me want to play this, but I just finished off Fire Emblem Awakening, and I'm not sure I was playing that game how you're supposed to play that game, because I don't know if you guys have played it before, right? Or seen somebody play it?
Not really.
Nope.
I've never played
So,
it, but
it's like Final Fantasy Tactics, is that?
yeah.
Seen that? So it's kind of like that, but so you have like two people that on your team. Like I play it so that if they die, it doesn't matter. As long as they're not the main characters, it doesn't matter if they die. You can still get them back after the fight is over, which is not how most people play Fire Emblem, but I don't care. Because then I also so you have the grid, and then you have like two characters that can't die because if they die, it's game over. So I take all of my guys and make a wall of guys with the two characters that can't die in the middle, and I just take that rectangle square looking formation and just go right to the commander and then murder the commander.
Nice.
So I don't think that's how that game was meant to be played, but that's how I was playing that game.
I mean, as long as it got you the same outcome, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, but like most people, like, you're supposed to like build up relationships and stuff too, and I wasn't doing any of that garbage. Well, initially when I first started playing the game, I was, but then when I just wanted to finish it, I just figured, screw it, I'm not going to do any of that. Because my character, one of the main characters, I could have got him married, or it could have been a her if I would have picked a her. Then he could have kids and stuff like that, but I just figured, screw it, I just want this game to be over with. And it's not a bad game, it's actually a fun game. It's just I wanted it to end so that I can not have it around for me to play anymore. Then what else I got? I finished Super Mario 3D World, and I mean, that game's fun, but I really do not like them putting the star requirements to progress. Like, I don't really care about getting those green stars, so it's really annoying when I see that like little barrier that says you need to go get 30 more stars because you forgot to care about these green stars when you were doing it the first time.
Isn't that how all those games have been since Mario 64?
Well, I haven't played very many of them. I never even finished Mario 64. So,
Neither have I.
Neither have
I.
I mean, that's how Galaxy those were also.
Yeah, I played some of Galaxy, not very much. The most recent one I played was that new Super Mario Brothers Wii, and that was like that. So, and it was also annoying there too. But yeah, I got to Bowser and only had like 140 some stars in it. I needed 170. So.
Well, I have all of them except for there's some.
What do you do with all of them?
Well, you keep unlocking bonus stages, and like I've made it to something called like Champions Road, and I never tried it because it's supposed to be really damn hard and really long.
I got some rainbow thing at the end of the game. I don't know what that means. I tried doing the first level and died, and then figured I was done.
That was probably. Well, did you get like Rosalina to unlock her?
I don't know about that. And then what do you get if you get all the stamps?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Something. I don't know. But yeah, the game's not too difficult. The main stages sounds like the bonus ones at the end are way more difficult.
Yeah, they're a super bitch.
But yeah, especially like the Bowser thing at the end. Like, I had trouble with some of the Bowser stuff earlier on, but the last one, I didn't really have too much trouble with that because you just kind of run up the tower and just hit a POW block.
Yeah, I wasn't bad.
Well, 5 Bowsers and cat suits are trying to stop you. So that was pretty good. But so yeah, that game, I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty much what I expected. I still think it's kind of weird jumping around in it, like with the kind of like the forced angle.
The force.
Yeah,
It was appropriate with
Tell me, Darth.
that forced camera perspective. So,
Tell me what the forest, Darth.
So you're saying my 2013 game of the year, it was just all right?
yeah. I mean, it was better than New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
That ain't hard.
So,
It's a 5.75 out of 74 buses, is what you told
I
me.
thought it was better than 3D Land. So.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Then I tried getting back into Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I don't know, like, maybe I spent too long not playing it, because now I don't know if I'm going to get back into it. It just seemed kind of weird.
I played for like another hour recently.
I think what happened is I got to a point where I got my Skell stuff, and then I got into a bunch of battles where I probably should have had my Skell, or whatever the hell, I think it's called Skell.
Yeah.
And I didn't have my Skell, and so I was getting destroyed, and then I brought in my Skell, and it got destroyed, and then I was at a part where I couldn't stop doing what I was doing so I could never get that skill back. So I had to just keep replaying it until I won. That wasn't fun, but
Yeah, jetpack eventually, apparently.
Will you tell me one thing? Who's my father?
oh, I think I met him once.
No, never mind. I don't need you to tell me anymore. I don't care.
I don't think it was your real father, though.
Oh, shit. All right, keep going. Sorry.
I finished the main Destiny campaign, and that story is something else. It is horrible. Like, you meet some queen, you bring back a head, and then then you finish the story. You don't even go back and tell this queen that you finished the story.
Nope. You don't even go. That planet was added. The reef was added as DLC, and it's literally like the coolest place in that fucking game. And you literally go there for what amounts to be a cutscene.
It's really weird. Like, I couldn't tell you anything going on in Destiny. I could tell you I've killed a bunch of goblins, which are actually robots. So,
yeah, I mean, you'll like the story more in Taken King, I assume, because there's an actual story and you have characters that you interact with that are actually meaningful.
Yeah, now I just gotta try to get to level 25. I'm at 23 right now. I think I finished. Is the House of Wolves a DLC or?
Yep, House of Wolves DLC.
I finished that, and that was like, I had nothing. Like, I don't have PS Plus anymore, so I can't do the strikes. So I can't level up doing the strikes, and doing patrols suck. So I was at level 22, and they told me that the last mission in House of Wolves was 24. And I probably shouldn't have did it, but I just did it because I had nothing else to do. And it was a bitch. And I kept getting killed by that Skullus or whatever the hell his name was at the end until I realized all I had to do was just jump up on this one area where nobody could get me and just snipe him. And then it was super easy.
That happens with a lot in that game where you can just find perch spots and just crouch and just shoot the shit out of people. Like, there's an early spot when you're in Russia that you fight underground, and you just have like waves and waves of enemies that you have to kill before your ghost unlocks that door. You can just hop up on that perch and just snipe the shit out of everything down there.
Yeah. I never really had too much trouble until then, so I didn't have to do that. But I don't know. It just I like the shooting, I like the combat, I like the gear and stuff, but that story was just weird. It felt like it ended so quickly. Like, it didn't really feel like I played much of that game. And I'm still level 23, so I'm gonna have to either use that thing to just make me level 25, or just do patrols and grind until I get to 25, because you can't start the Taken King until you're level 25.
Or you could just get PS Plus back and start doing the strikes again.
Yeah, but I don't really have a reason to get PS Plus yet. I kind of want to get that Grim Fandango remastered thing.
I just fucking bought that shit. I'm super pissed that I bought that when it was on sale. Now it's free. God damn it.
How much was it on sale for?
I think I bought it for half off, $7.50 or something like that.
No, that's not bad. I paid more for Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I paid $8 for that. Man, the game is not worth it. I need to buy Soma. But
I really want to buy Soma. I was really tempted about buying it when it was on sale last week. Really close, especially after listening to the Giant Bomb guys talk about how good it was. I was like, fuck, I should play this game.
Yeah, I just read reviews when it came out, and I keep forgetting about it because it was like
sounds 20, a lot like a Dead Space game, right? Yeah, it's $20.
It's just too much.
Yeah, that's so much for it. It's so much to me for a digital game. I'm like, God. But it's not. It's everyone's like it's a lot like Dead Space-esque with its horror and stuff, and that makes me really excited. So I really want to watch it or play it and watch it.
Gone Home is coming out next week or the week after.
I thought it was next week, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to charge $20 for that. That's how much it was on PC when it first came out.
I bet you they do.
So you get a chance to see the lesbian story of a lifetime. It's like the Brokeback Mountain for video games.
I'm probably just gonna pick up Assassin's Creed India instead.
I don't believe that at all. They're gonna release all those on one disc, I think, at some point in the future.
Yeah.
You just hold off, get all those sides going.
You're right. I totally will. I'll just wait. I'll buy it then.
I would never buy those side-scrolling ones. They look terrible.
Fucking absolutely not.
For some reason, Ralph's dad will buy one.
Yeah, he hates it. The
Is he
China
gonna
one.
get the next one?
I doubt he even knows about it.
Oh,
He beat Dungeon Siege 3 the other day, by the way.
Oh man, that game is terrible. Did he like it?
He seemed to. He said he started playing it again as a different character. Like, holy shit.
Well, I guess has he played many games like that?
Probably not. Is it like Diablo-ish?
Yeah, it's like a bad Diablo.
Okay, I've never actually played it. I tried to get him to borrow Diablo 3 from me, but he's all about that Dungeon Siege.
You probably got it really cheap.
Well, it's free on
Oh, okay.
Xbox Gold.
So did they that must be a 360 game that they did backwards compatibility for.
Yeah, it's kind of a bitch. Getting 360 games onto your Xbox One if you never owned a 360 before.
Oh really? Oh.
Because you gotta go to the website, and I don't know, half the time it doesn't register that you are Xbox Live Gold, and it's just stupid.
Well, I didn't even have gold, and I just put in Borderlands, and it just started downloading a bunch of shit, or downloading or installing. I don't know if it rips off the disc or if it downloads. I don't know what it does.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I almost picked up Fable 2 for $5.
That's the only Fable game I played.
I've never played any of them, but it was
I bought Anniversary like a month or two ago. Haven't played it yet. The first one that they remade for 360.
I think 2 and 3 are backwards compatible right now, but I don't know if Anniversary is.
You can chase some chickens.
I do that in Zelda games. And Devil's Third.
You can do it in spoilers. You can do it in Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I finished it. I know.
Oh, you don't know all about those chickens?
I do.
Did you throw them into the the little pen area? Or,
No.
oh, that was one of the
Challenges?
100% completion things. Yeah.
Oh, well, oh, you can keep talking.
I don't think I got anything else.
I mean, I finished it, but after I finished it, I'm like, I'm done, so I traded it in.
Of course you did.
I don't know. I had no desire. Like, I went back and found a few more things, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
So,
You had to play Assassin's Creed China. But yeah, that's all I got. So I'm gonna go spoil some more Star Wars stuff for other people.
just tell them over and over again. Hey,
I can't believe they killed him. I mean, why would they kill Han Solo? Come on.
I've already seen the movie, and Corey doesn't give a shit.
No, how many of the Star Wars movies have you seen, Ralph?
All of them.
You've seen all of them?
Yeah.
But, oh well, maybe he'll actually survive somehow. I don't know. J.J. Abrams is done with it. He's never going to see that one anyway because J.J. Abrams is the director.
Yeah, that's why I haven't watched it.
Yeah, just waiting for home video to see it. So you spoiled him being mad at home.
What's the last J.J. Abrams movie you've seen, Ralph?
Mission Impossible 3.
No,
Well,
that's
I thought you saw Super 8. Didn't you watch Super 8?
No, I mean, I saw Star Trek, but I mean, I saw Mission Impossible 3 after I watched Star Trek.
Super 8 is like J.J. Abrams copying Steven Spielberg in every way. That's what Super 8 is.
Correct.
So, but it's pretty much like he's copying like an old Spielberg movie.
Like The Color Purple.
Is that Spielberg?
Yeah,
With less black people. Yeah, it was. With less black people.
with Oprah.
I'm waiting for J.J. Abrams to copy Spike Lee, like do his own like higher learning type movie. When's that gonna happen?
I don't
What happened
know.
as soon as you ordered me a number 3? I want a number 3. No lettuce, please. Because I'm a man and I don't like lettuce on my tacos.
Like those taco, it's like impossible to order no lettuce because there's lettuce everywhere at those taco places. So it's always going to get somewhere on your burger or your whatever your taco burger.
Taco burger?
Taco John's did have a taco burger.
Oh, I know. I remember. You also can't order it only lettuce or no lettuce because then you still get the sauce on it and you don't want the sauce.
Yeah, I mean they just cook or they don't really cook. They just put the shit together all in one area, so all the ingredients are all over there.
Yep.
Is it
I don't know
also
if
by
that's
the
how it works
urinal?
at Taco Bell. Yeah, might as well be. I wouldn't trust those employees to not wash to be washing their hands, so they might as well just be making it in the bathroom for you.
I'm usually making it in the bathroom when I'm at Taco Bell.
Eat it.
I mean, they're just they prepare it in the bathroom because I mean that's where it's going to end up pretty soon anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's how it goes. That's what's expected when you're eating anything taco in front of it. Taco Bell, Taco John's, Taco House.
yeah, they don't have the quesarito big box anymore at Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's got that little crunch wrap slider box.
Yeah, I tried it.
Those Crunchwrap sliders
was
are
not
pretty
good.
good, though.
It's alright.
I
The
mean,
spicy beef nacho one's good.
I had the sriracha.
No,
Oh,
that's
I
quite
should have
bad.
done that. I've never had sriracha before. I should have done it. Seen what it tastes like.
I mean, it was alright. I just prefer quesarito.
Yeah, same. Like,
I
why would
like
they get
that.
rid of that?
I mean, I think you still order a quesarito, just not the
Yeah.
box.
Why can't they just throw the quesarito in the box? Why would you
Impossible.
get rid of that menu item?
Will not fit.
Oh.
It will not fit. Those Crunchwrap sliders for $1. I mean, it eliminates the problem with the Crunchwrap, which it has too much tortilla and not enough substance. Those small Crunchwraps are the perfect size because you have enough substance to go with the tortilla. It's good. It's a good idea.
But like
I like
the box is the same size.
Nope.
I mean, not the Taco Bell.
Nope.
They
Not
could just
the
they could just put that quesarito in that box.
Well, I think the other day when I went to Taco Bell, when me and my girlfriend went, it was just go through the drive-thru and randomly throw shit in the bag and hope it's the
Yeah.
right order. Because I got home and everything I ordered was wrong. But everything she ordered was right. But I ordered like 3 cheap burritos, and I got 2 Doritos Locos Tacos and 2 cheesy gordita crunches. Nothing, not even close. But everything
So
she
you got-
ordered was right.
Way more for your money, at least.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did they make those Doritos Locos Tacos different every time? Because like I've had them like 2 or 3 times now. I don't ever remember having tomatoes on it, and then this one I got had tomatoes on it, and then
Yeah, they have Supreme ones, I
Oh.
think. I think you
okay.
can make them Supreme.
And then there was like some white stuff on there. that,
Probably sour cream.
yeah, that's
You
what I
don't-
thought, but then I looked at it.
Don't
And
look
this
inside.
doesn't really look like sour cream.
It was
I don't
yogurt.
know what. I don't know what this is.
Vanilla yogurt,
I'm just
obviously.
Don't look inside the burrito ever.
I'm just gonna hope it's sour cream.
Just stick it in and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's usually how it comes out the best.
So did you watch that video of Dan eating one of everything at Taco Bell?
I didn't see that. I just watched the one on the Giant Bomb recap videos, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
He abandoned his rating system real quick, though.
Well, I think he was just cutting that part out. But did you see the one where Austin Walker did the
Austin
reaction video? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, fam, let's watch this new goddamn record." He's seriously, that was pretty good. I like it. He seems like an alright guy. Big fat white
Yeah.
guy. I can get behind that.
He just discovered sour cream was good.
That was pretty good. He's like, "Wait, is that what sour cream tastes like?" And his girlfriend or whoever's in the background's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I like sour cream." Don't check out shit, Dan. No shit,
Yeah,
Sherlock.
It's like $90-some for one of everything on the menu.
$97, I think, for one of everything. Like, that's so cheap. And some of those fucking burritos that he had were huge. Huge.
Yeah, I wonder what he did with all that food because he was only taking one bite of everything.
Oh, I'm sure he just threw it right the fuck away and wrote it off as a work expense.
He had to eat some of that. But
I mean,
all right.
maybe that giant 20-pound burrito. So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
you getting back to work? I think is that what you're doing? You're leaving?
Yep, I'm gonna go watch Ghost Dimension one more time while I'm working. So it's gonna be exciting.
Well, have fun with that. Don't look at Toby's bottom half too lovingly, otherwise he'll come for you in the night.
Is that what these movies are all about? These
It's really
little children have been doing it.
yeah. they're making you come. I mean, they're coming for you at night.
All right. See you guys
All right.
later.
Well, have a good night. See you later.
Good luck.
Bye, Ryan. Hello from the side. Just like that, we're down to just you and I. You and I. I don't think we get fined. We don't get fined if I sing it, right? I can sing whatever I want.
Well, you could get fined. I don't know.
That's weird. We definitely got. I don't know if you noticed. We definitely got muted for me playing my favorite One Direction song on the Game of the Year show. we got fined on YouTube. I got a notification saying your video has been processed and has an error in it. Will not be uploaded. And I'm like, wait, what? So I looked at it, and yeah, they're like, they didn't care about whatever else I played, but the Drag Me Down song, they were not having it. So I had to mute that part of the podcast. It took a day and a half for them to render that muted. Like, what the fuck are you doing, YouTube? So.
Fantastic.
Absolutely ridiculous. All right. Well, what do we want to do? You want to talk about? You want to talk about some news? Or you want to just tell us what you've been playing, and then we'll get to the news afterwards.
I could just tell you some shit I've been playing.
All right. Talk to me.
Am I echoing?
Not to me.
Okay.
But then again, my internet sucks half the time anyway. So.
Well, I just thought I had a glimpse of it. Whatever. Yeah, I finished Resident Evil Tomb Raider, like I said. Yeah, there's an echo. It was a lot of fun. I don't know. I was done with it when it was over.
Is it better than the first one? I know you had a lot of fun with the first one because you ended up getting the Platinum Edition right back on, or the remastered edition, whatever it was for PS4. Didn't you get that for cheap?
Yeah, I guess I did. I forgot. I mean, it was free on Xbox Live Gold 1 month, so I have it on my Xbox.
The bone.
Yeah, it's better. I mean, it doesn't feel significantly different, but it's just, I don't know, it's just fun. And it's probably a little bit, what's the word? I don't know. Not easier, but more refined, I guess.
Okay. Just feels smoother. It just flows a little bit better.
Yeah, and there's less supernatural stuff. I mean, there's still some, but it feels a little more grounded, somewhat.
How are the tombs? Are they well built? Are the puzzles cool?
I mean, they're all right. There's definitely a lot more of them, but I was way overthinking a lot of them.
Okay.
I know that. So they're not really that hard if you're not overthinking them. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'd give it like a 8.5 out of 10, something like that. That's whatever the bus scale is.
Yeah, sure. Now it would be like 70 buses.
Sure. I mean, it would have made my top 10 from last year. So
yeah, would have been your number one.
No.
All right.
The final boss was really dumb. I mean, the final boss in the other one was dumb, but
yeah, it seems to be that way in a lot of games lately, though, where you like put all that work in, and you get to the boss, and it's just like a shit show. Like they just complete the game to fucking get it over with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was not difficult at all.
Right.
It's kind of pointless. You know?
Yeah. I mean, again, that was Fallout. There was no boss, but the ending of Fallout was simple. But there's been a lot of games that were released last year, and you put in all that work, get to the final boss, and it's just one shot kill, 2 shot kill, whatever it may be.
Yeah, make their hack their pacemaker. Uh-oh. Hello? No good.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Fine. This is a good episode.
I mean, yeah, we've had somebody come and go, and then we both came and went. Somebody now I have an extra person with me.
Oh, is she the new host?
I think she's the new Ryan. Look, she's already
Okay.
sleepy. She's been having to do too much work.
She's got rosy red cheeks just like
Yeah.
him.
She has, she's so pretty, just like him.
She does not look pleased to be here.
She came down the stairs. She knew what she was getting into.
Okay, well, good luck for you. Oh. Jay.
OJ, IPA. Nope, not that. Um, I don't even remember what I was asking you in general about I asked you a question, then it froze.
You said something about final bosses being jokes, and I said something about hacking a pacemaker.
Heck, yeah, because that's like the best possible ending of a game fucking ever.
Yeah, apparently.
Why not? Why wouldn't you do that? Yeah, I mean, I want to play Tomb Raider. Obviously, I think that's a great. I like the first one. I think it has potential to be a great series. It could even be better than Uncharted. Really, it's got a good development team behind it. Square Enix, and for whatever's left of the old Eidos, it has some Eidos people from back in the day, doesn't it?
Well, Crystal Dynamics
Owns it.
develops it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have more fun with those games than Uncharted.
Yeah.
For some reason.
The bow and arrow was pretty fun in the last game. Is that still pretty kind of the same in this one?
Yeah. I used that quite a bit. It's a good time shooting a deer with an explosive arrow, watching it fly into a tree.
It's basically Goat Simulator, but in 1080p and looking really nice. 60
Yeah.
frames per second, all that stuff.
Definitely. For some reason, I went and picked up some NES games today
Nice.
because on the Bombcast one day, Jeff was talking about playing Golgo 13 Top Secret episode, which is this. And I'd always heard of it, but I didn't know what it was.
Right.
And I don't know. It's all right. I picked up its sequel, The Moffat Conspiracy, because they're both dirt cheap at that Slacker store. And I bought Adventures of Bio Billy because I am a moron. Have you ever played this game?
I've never played that. I've never even heard of it.
It's so fucking hard. I mean, it's pretty much Crocodile Dundee, but, a game.
But a video game. I mean, his head doesn't even look like it's proportioned to where his body is. It looks like they just enlarged his head and put it where the neck usually goes.
That sounds right. It's a Konami joint, though.
I mean, that's back when Konami didn't put out anything bad, right?
It's correct, and it was Kyle Wassman's, apparently.
Kyle's a good guy. I know
Kyle,
him.
if you're watching, I have your game.
Or listening.
Yeah, you can.
This is a podcast.
You can have your cat back.
It's buried in the
I mean, I'll take my cat back if I have your game ransom. This was a bad story.
That's right. You held the cat in captivity.
Yes, I did. That was it.
That was
So I've tried all those, and there's not a whole lot to say.
Yeah.
But I saw that Best Buy had the definitive edition of DMC for $9.99 on Xbone, so I picked it up.
Last week, right?
Yeah, I think it was last week. So I picked it up for $7.99. I played it a little bit earlier. I never finished it before for some reason, but
Yeah, I did.
I mean it's 60 frames a second now, so that thing moves real smooth.
The ending was just kind of there. You go. The ending in that game was just kind of dumb. I didn't really care for the ending, but I mean, I didn't play any of the Devil May Cry games before, so I assume it's the same storyline. You and your brother.
I actually don't really know.
I don't know.
This one has like all the DLC on it too, so it's something to do with Virgil's DLC story. I don't know.
I only know one Virgil, and that's the tight end for the Denver Broncos named Virgil Green.
Oh, I thought you were going with Ted DiBiase's guy.
No, I didn't know his name. I just thought he was just coined black guy. It's just what I called him, so I just assumed everyone else.
Virgil, then became Vincent.
Yeah, the black guy is still probably more accurate for me.
Well, he's a true champion. That's probably all I've played.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought about playing Mad Max again because I just finished a Mad Max graphic novel.
How was that?
It was good. It was like a prequel to Fury Road. So It's just kind of setting things up.
More Furiosa in the graphic novel, or was it mostly Max?
There's actually there's like a kind of a story for each character, each main
okay.
character. So yeah, it's showing like how. Did you watch Fury Road?
Yeah, I've seen Fury Road. One of the
Nice.
best movies of last year.
Hell yeah. I mean, it talked about how Furiosa gathered up all those
The women.
yeah, and like what led her to do it, and I don't know how Max wound up where he was, which kind of the game kind of had the same story
Oh, really?
part of it for Max's stuff, which I thought was weird.
I still haven't played it yet. Like I said, I haven't done a goddamn thing. I've been waiting to put myself into another game that's going to put me in 40 or 50 hours. I just
Yeah,
don't have the time.
it's daunting.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's all I've played.
I haven't played much more, and you're not going to like what I played. I played a little bit of, well, you played like one thing I liked that I played. I played Grow Home, not Growed Home. I played Grow Home. Again, after listening to the Bombcast guys talk about it on their Game of the Year shows, I was like, all right, I got to give this game a go. Because, something's going on. People seem to like it. It's platforming. All right, let's try it. I see what they're saying. It's very cool because the L2 and R2 buttons are how you, move up and down. You aim with the controller. Like where you point or tilt it to point your hands where they're going to move. But there's not much to it. It's really you just move from one place to the other. You grab a hold of this knob, whatever. You flick the bean and you insert it into this, and then you insert it into this glowing thing, and it grows your beanstalk. So I mean, it's a weird metaphor for having a boner. I'm not sure that I like it.
It works.
It's like it's connecting nodes in your brain to giving you pleasure, and you're continuing to grow this flower to the top of wherever it needs to go for you to grow it home. So there's no story to me, really. The robot's cool. Bud, he's drunk as fuck. He's just wobbling around the whole fucking time. So I really do. I think that game was somebody's drunken fucking idea of a game. Like, oh, dude, what if you played a game where your mind was a robot and you're connecting, synapses in your brain to get you a bone? Like, that's weird, but it totally works for the idea of that game. And I like the art style of the game. It looks cool, but I'm glad I got it for free. I didn't pay anything for it. Got it for free on PlayStation Plus. So, aside from that, I played some Super Mario 64 because I got a Wii U Pro controller the other day for $30. So I played some Super Mario 64 because I was like, I've never played that game very much. I didn't beat it at all. So I'll give it a try. I played like the first 2 levels and I was just like, this just seems like it's going to take me forever. My problem is like, I'm one of those guys that's going to keep going back and playing the levels over and over again because it's like, all right, well, I get another star for doing this, or another star for doing this, or another star for doing this, and it's like, oh man, I just want to beat this game. So
yeah, I guess I forgot. I tried playing Super Mario Sunshine on GameCube the other day. I mean, it's a lot like 64, except you're shooting water, and holy shit, that game needs updated controls.
I can imagine.
It's way too hard to aim and shoot.
And fly. You're like flying too, right? You're like shooting water out of the bottom.
Yeah.
And then shooting water this way.
Yeah. And like the camera, the horizontal camera is inverted. That's like how all these GameCube games are. I cannot handle the horizontal inversion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for some reason I do the vertical inversion. The horizontal just confused the shit out of me.
That camera in Super Mario 64 is real bad.
I'm sure.
Real bad.
I mean, at the time it was amazing, but yeah.
But I also have the C sticks that I can click left, right, up, down, where on the Pro controller it doesn't really do the same thing. So you have to like understand the mapping of the controller, which is strange in itself.
Yeah.
It's fun enough, It's fun enough to play on the Wii U. But I don't know, man. I got Super Mario Galaxy that I could try out. That's a Wii game that I can play on there, but I don't know. I really fell off after 64 of like Mario game platformers in general. Like I didn't play Galaxy or Galaxy 2. And yeah, I remember I haven't gotten to the stage yet, but I just remember the stage in Super Mario 64 where it's just ice. It's like platforms of ice everywhere, and oh man, the sliding in that fucking game is terrible. And that's that's the jumps, baby.
Yeah, it's hard to go back.
Yeah, it is. But my Wii U Pro controller works really well. At least for that, I didn't play it Splatoon or anything like that. So I'll give it a shot at some point. There's not been a good sleuth of Wii U games out really since Splatoon. Woolly World.
Probably not ever again either.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would play SteamWorld Heist on the Wii U if that would have came to it first. I would have played it there, but I'm gonna wait now for PS4 probably.
Epic Dumpster Bear.
Epic Dumpster Bear will be a great game.
Yeah.
Game of the year 2016. Look that up if you haven't already. Epic Dumpster Bear on YouTube. 4,300 views and counting. The best side-scrolling platformer since Mario. And that's the thing. Like, I can play those. I could probably play Mario 3D World and be happy with it. But I don't know. The 3D platformers are really hit or miss with me. But
yeah, I mean, did you play 3D Land?
Yeah, and I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like that. So it is quite a bit different to me than Galaxy or Mario 64 for some reason. I still like Galaxy and Galaxy 2 quite a bit, but I don't know. I like 3D World better.
Yeah, I really want to get 3D World, and if I can get it for cheap, I'm probably going to. And then the last thing I did was I finished Tales from the Borderlands, which, and I know that you don't like anything Borderlands.
It's not that I don't like it. I
know.
There's no story, but whatever you say.
There's a story in this. Like, it is a cohesive, coherent story in this, and it's worth playing. It's a fun little, heist style Telltale game, right? Which is, if you know what you're getting into with Telltale, you don't beat around the bush. I had fun with it. I had a lot of good times with it, which is hard to say, about everything Telltale makes. I didn't care for The Walking Dead Season 2. I haven't started Game of Thrones yet, but I did play Episode 1 prior, and I didn't care for it, but for $7.50, whatever. Wolf Among Us is probably their best stuff that they've ever done to me. Season 1 of Walking Dead is pretty good, but there's humor there, and I think it's good humor. The storylines make sense. The story choices make sense. The final episode is really good. The use of Handsome Jack is great. The ending is pretty cool, especially if they actually use it in Borderlands canon. Make it into the real Borderlands game, because the end it's a good cliffhanger, which is surprising.
You can spoil it if you want.
So the final episode of the game has you battling with Handsome Jack, who is trying to take you over, and at some point you pull out everything cybernetic. You pull out your arm, you pull out your eyeball, you pull out this chip in you that is basically what they've housed Handsome Jack inside of, to disconnect him from you. So that's the dude storyline, is getting rid of Jack, basically. The female that you play in that game, her storyline is she's trying to save her sister, but all the while there's this big vault monster, of course, right? Because they use this item to open a vault, and they fail miserably. Like, people die, shit happens, and then it comes back to present day. Like, they've been telling this story the entire series. It comes back to present day. We find out that this dude that's held you captive the whole time was one of the guys that you thought was dead, which is kind of cool. Right, but it's a loader bot, so it's hubris that it's stupid robot humor. And then the dude that he's taking you to is also a guy that you thought was dead from prior, who has basically formed a new colony of ex-Helios people. Helios is the planet or the moon outside of, or that you see, the big H. That gets shot down in this game and comes down onto Pandora and is everywhere. So that's no longer there. So that's kind of a big deal. So he forms a colony with all these basically business people, and he's kind of their leader. And you guys just all kind of get back together, and you say, all right, we're going to go at this one more time. We're going to try to kill this vault monster and see what's in this vault, since that's what everybody's been after. It's all about what's in the vault. So it's just you in this big fight, and they basically make it like a Power Rangers where throughout the entire all these episodes, you meet all these different people, and if you end them with high enough relationships, you can have them on your team. And one of the people that you can pay for if you have enough money is Claptrap, which I didn't have enough when I looked it up, but Claptrap's in there. And the title screen when it shows Claptrap is "And you thought he wouldn't be here," which is that's just stupid throwaway humor like that. That's what gets me. It's stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
But you pick your team, and then at one point you all get inside of basically this mech that you're using, and it's just so Power Rangers-esque. You have the 3 people in the front, 2 people in the back. You're using them to make, they each have their own fighting style. It's kind of nifty. You take down the bad guy. Your sister kills herself in the process, which sucks. That's pretty heartbreaking. But you take down the monster, and then you, of course, somehow revive the sister, and she's not dead, which, again, is cool. But, again, it's the emotion of that you feel. You do feel it. And then they go inside the vault. They open up what's in the vault, and then as the vault is opening and the treasure inside of it is opening, the camera pans, and the next shot that you see is the treasure opening and then both gone. So it just leaves it as a big opening cliffhanger for them to either be maybe your next, your next Borderlands 3 main characters, or at least a piece of it. What's the puzzle, what's going on with them, or maybe just a Tales from the Borderlands Season 2. But just kind of a cool open middle, beginning, middle, end for a Borderlands game, which you haven't really got a satisfying one of those, and I felt that was pretty satisfying considering the open note that it left it on. So it's interesting. It really is.
Well, that's good to hear, because I thought Tales from the Borderlands would be really pointless.
I thought it would be too. I really did. When it was announced, I was like, why? Especially with the Handsome Jack stuff. I was like, the Handsome Jack stuff's going to be so dumb. He's dead. I killed him.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do. But they did a really nice job of it. And, Troy Baker, he's everywhere. That son of a bitch.
See every character?
He's just the main character.
That's too bad.
I know. And then who's the guy that does the Talking Dead? Chris Hardwick. He plays your best friend.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
But, yeah, some good times with Tales from the Borderlands. Good, solid 10-hour, 2 hours a piece for the game. And the shooting doesn't feel that bad, surprisingly. The little shooting that you do in a Borderlands game. So, but yep, that's all I have played. What's on deck for me is either Uncharted or Mad Max. Finishing Grow Home, hopefully. I don't have time to do any of that shit right now since I'm going to Chicago. But we'll see how everything shakes down from that. So that is what we have been playing.
I should be getting Life is Strange on disc on Tuesday, and then I went ahead and pre-ordered Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi Paper Jam.
What are you showing me your toes for?
That's a good foot.
I really want to get Paper Jam.
Mine is big.
Metacritic at 79 is pretty high for a 3DS game, really. I think.
Well, for a Mario and Luigi game, it's fine.
Right.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Time a cutter.
She's about to drop it on you.
I hate it when that happens.
What was I going to ask you? What do you think of Sting getting? This is a side note from this. Sting's going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I saw that. That's.
All right.
So he's gonna be in the TNA Hall of Fame and the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yep.
But there's no WCW Hall of Fame.
They should just make a WCW wing. Who do you think's going to induct him? I think it'll be Flair.
Yeah, I would think so. Or Lex Luger. Probably Flair.
I don't think Luger's coming on.
No Hogan.
No, definitely not. Unless he somehow rids the world of all the blacks, which I don't think is possible, but maybe that's what he's going to try to do.
He might try it.
I know. I'm sorry keeping it.
No, go ahead.
Why don't you tell us about the news? Because I give you the task of talking about the news. We already talked about Epic Dumpster Bear. The rest of this stuff is stuff I know about, except for I don't know what Homefront: The Revolution is.
Homefront: The Revolution is the sequel to your favorite PS3 360 game Homefront, which was one of the THQ joints that killed THQ.
Okay.
I have no idea why there's a sequel, but there'd been like rumors of a sequel for years, and like I just assumed it was never coming out, and now they're like, oh, well, somebody found a pre-order card at Target saying it came out May 17th, and then they finally said, yeah, that's right.
Wow. Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, all of a sudden the sequel.
I don't know. I don't know who's making this. I want to say Crytek is, who makes like Crisis
games, yeah. Crytek UK.
Yeah, because I think Crytek bought whoever it was before, whoever the studio was that THQ owned, and then they renamed them.
Its originator, Chaos, is now closed. THQ closed, and the Revolution's original developer, Crytek UK, was bought by Deep Silver.
Oh, okay.
So Deep Silver basically owns
That's
it?
weird. Yeah, they must. I don't know. I don't know why this game exists, but maybe it'll be a nice surprise. Probably not. So yeah, that Scalebound got delayed. When's that coming out? Next year?
Yeah, 2017 they pushed it to already. Like, fucking shit, man. They pushed out that Transformers game and just said fuck Scalebound. I'm not really sure what happened. Which,
well, they pushed it back to work on that Ninja Turtles game. That's why.
That's true, and that's more important. Anyway, nobody wants to see DJ fighting a dragon. Like, nobody cares.
Hell no, I'd rather play a Ninja Turtles game.
Absolutely.
So apparently enough people bitched to Ubisoft that Rainbow Six Siege didn't have a single-player campaign, so they're putting one in For Honor.
Which is all right to me. For Honor looked like a cool idea to me, so I think having a single-player campaign makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think every game should have a single-player campaign.
Fucking Star Wars Battlefront. The only reason I won't play that fucking game is no single-player in that.
I might pick it up when it gets to like $20.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I hear it's pretty easy. Well, it's more casual than like, Call of Duty or Battlefield. So, yeah. Otherwise, I'm done with multiplayer shooters.
Yeah.
Except for Titanfall.
Titanfall 2. Sometime next year. Maybe this year, I guess. I don't really know. I would doubt this year, but it could be.
Yeah, it's possible.
Scalebound looked, like I said, a Turok game to me when I first saw it. So I don't care that that's happening. Not to go back to that, but I don't really give a shit. And by that time, I might have an Xbox One. I thought I was going to win one at the holiday party, but I didn't. I won a Starbucks cup instead. And For Honor, like I said, the single player experience should be, it should be okay. Like I said, I like the idea of having the different warriors in different time frames, so it should be well done. It's not like they're going to make another Medal of Honor game, so if they're going to do anything with the Honor name tag, they might as well make it a single player campaign.
That's true, and Dishonored is the opposite.
It's the opposite of that, yeah.
But yeah, like speaking of Titanfall 2, it's supposed to have a campaign single player, and that would be so awesome. Because I think like the Titanfall, like the shooting and the mechs and shit, like it plays really well. It's really fun. It's just I'm fucking terrible against other people. So if I could do that against a computer in a story-like environment,
right,
I'm in.
Game of the year, 2017.
Goaty. That Oculus Rift is going to be somewhere around $350, aka $600.
Yeah, they were a little off with that.
It's coming out in March or something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was thinking the end of March, something like that.
And the pre-orders are now like they took pre-orders and pre-orders are done until June now. I think is what they said. Not
That's
until
weird.
June. Yeah, because they filled up too quick. Which I mean that makes sense considering I don't know how many they're actually going to release to the public. You know, they're probably testing the waters first.
Yeah.
I bet you they have to ramp up production because I bet you $600, right? That last time anything came out at that price was
PS3.
yeah, it's got to be the PS3. And people still bought that shit, not as much, but they still bought it. They still put the time in and paid the money. Now this is something revolutionary, if you will. It's something that could change the game for video games. No pun intended there. It could do a lot for this kind of generation of playing different styles of games virtually. So having that will be cool. And I think, especially if they are able to make it be the first one that comes to market, they have a huge jump on everybody else. Plus, it's the Facebook one. They got a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, I'm pretty done with VR. So the Oculus Rift is basically a peripheral, right?
Basically.
You'd still so there's gonna be like an Xbox version and a PlayStation version.
I don't know if there's going to be like a dongle that goes with each system, or if there's only one that's coded to each system, or if it's universal. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a piece that goes with a different system, if you will.
Okay, but they'll come with a game. They'll come with Eve Valkyrie.
Two games, yeah. That and that Mario ripoff game that they have.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what it's called.
So like, well, I get so confused by this shit. So like the HTC Vive, you think that's like the same thing, or is it PC only?
No, I think that's just Steam OS and Steam games. So yeah, whatever you play on that.
And the same with the Samsung Gear VR. I guess the HTC one is Valve part of the HTC one?
Valve is HTC. Yeah, Valve is the Vive.
Okay.
So I don't really necessarily give a shit about it. I think it's a cool idea. I mean, I obviously am going to side with whatever one plays my PlayStation games and plays them the best, most likely.
Yeah.
But I don't, I don't have a dog in the fight. I want to see how it comes out. I want to see what they do to make it awesome. I do want it to succeed. I really do. I just don't know that it's going to. It's a lot of money for people that don't. And you have to have a lot of room. That's a lot. You have to have a lot of room sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially with, it's just, man, it's gonna be hard.
I just want to. I don't know. I would like to try it once. Like I know you've tried it, or
I have,
a demo.
Kind of, sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I can't see spending $600 on something like that. So
Not right away. Especially like, for what people were talking about for the Oculus to connect to your PC, you need stupid graphics cards that are, $1,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
People
Well,
are
like
gonna want to do that.
no, and maybe with like the PlayStation VR, like Sony or at least like a bundle, like a PS4 bundle that has that in there or something.
I could see that. I think Sony's will win that is package it with some really great first-party games names behind them. No,
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that they have going for it is being able to say, okay, like here's Call of Duty, PlayStation VR. Like that's a huge push, especially when people love that kind of shit. If you go, Uncharted will have a VR mode. And I'm not saying any of that's going to happen, but I think they've got that name recognition just like Microsoft would. But Microsoft's HoloLens doesn't seem like it's going to be very game-oriented.
Yeah, and
they show the Minecraft stuff, but I don't know.
I don't even know if that's going to be released. Like
to the public?
Yeah, I've heard different things about that, I feel like.
Yeah, I've heard that it's going to be a lot of development stuff.
Yeah, and maybe used at like research places or something. Colleges, I don't know.
Right. Lucky's Tale is the other game. Lucky's Tale for VR is the other game that's going to come with your Oculus Rift.
Okay.
Or just is it just the Oculus now? Technically, there's no Rift about it.
Is the brand Oculus? I feel like I should know more about this stuff.
I feel like it's so, it's not a part of our culture yet. It's kind of out there. I think the Oculus Rift. I think the Oculus, I think the Rift is the type of a piece of the hardware,
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, shit, that Kickstarter campaign was done how long ago for the Oculus? Originally.
A couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. It had to have been at least 2 years ago. Let me see if I can.
Apparently, everyone who kickstarted it's getting one.
I would sure fucking hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of cool, depending on how much you put in it.
Right. Well, I mean, I bet you the minimum for that was probably $500.
Probably.
Let's see. Nope, $300. They got a dev kit 1 if you back to that. That was at least 2014, if not a little earlier for that first round. So yeah, we're going on 2 years ago.
Wow.
So, but that's pretty cool that it's only taken that long for it to really get to a point that it can be sold. Raised $2.5 million for the product on Kickstarter initially. So it's cool that one's coming out. That's what I'll say. It's really cool that one's coming out. End of March is what they're saying right now. So,
I can't wait to get pink eye at Target at the end of March when that demo's up.
Yep. I'll go to Best Buy. I'll go wherever it is. I'll go wherever it is. I want to play the games. But that's the other thing is with a new console or new hardware for a console or whatever it may be, you have to have those games supporting it, which is why I think the PlayStation are. It's one thing that we never really speculated on with the NX was that it might have something to do with HR. What was it? No one ever said anything about HR. Everyone worried about fucking saying something wrong over in Nintendo Land and getting fired.
Probably more likely.
The NX might be. It really is. Anything VR related? I don't think it is, but that was never really any speculation, was there?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't know. It just seems like Nintendo wouldn't. Well, because they kind of be following at this point, following a trend, and they like to just try to start their own. So
right.
They'll wait 10 years down the road, whenever VR's done. They'll be like, well, we're going to do VR. Well, Nintendo will be dead by then, so it's whatever.
They'll just be my funeral for Nintendo will be where they decide to not make consoles anymore and they just make video games.
That would be awesome, actually.
Could you imagine playing a Super Mario game on a fucking PlayStation or an Xbox? Picking up a goddamn... Just them being able to focus what they're really good at. They're fantastic at making video games most of the time.
Yeah.
Picking up a Metroid game and throwing it in your fucking Xbox or your PlayStation. It's just... Oh, man. It would make me real happy.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I almost wish it'd be like other companies like Sony and Microsoft putting their shit on Nintendo platforms.
That too. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I love supporting Nintendo.
Yeah, I'll always have a spot for Nintendo in my heart, and it's sad. But it's true.
They've done so much. They changed the game. They changed the game. So
yeah.
I hope that whatever the NX is, I know we got off on a tangent with this NX stuff. I hope that whatever it is, it really does something huge for them. And I'll be there to hopefully put in some money on it because I want to do what I can to support them.
I hope it comes out this year so I can stop buying Wii U games.
Do you think it'll be backwards compatible with the Wii U?
Probably, because someone was talking about this one day, but every system since, the Wii was backwards compatible with GameCube games, Wii U played Wii games. Right. So I mean,
They're
I
pretty
don't
good
know.
at backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I've been reading that Console Wars book, which I've
Yeah.
had forever, but it's a lot of pages, so I'm slow reading it. But I actually like back in the day when the Super Nintendo came out, it pissed off all these customers at different stores that the Super Nintendo would not play Nintendo games. So everybody was bringing their Nintendos back and getting a refund. And this would have been like several years after they
Yeah.
bought the systems. And like
Jesus.
Target was giving them, well, like they specifically mentioned Target. Target was giving them full refunds because they'd bring back sometimes just a system with no cables or controllers, and they'd be like, well, this is how it came when I bought it. They give them a full refund, and then they'd buy a Super
Fucking not
Nintendo.
at all. Jesus fucking Christ.
So
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I guess. So who knows? It'll probably be backwards compatible with Wii U. I'm assuming
think,
they're
like I said-
discs. Which I don't know why it wouldn't be discs, but
I like the idea of a cartridge. I really do. I like the idea of some cartridges. Give me some updated, awesome looking cartridges, because that would be awesome. Not
Yeah,
practical, but awesome.
they just cost more to make. I wonder how much like the
They do,
3DS
right?
cartridges cost.
I wouldn't think that those would cost that much.
Wouldn't
You know,
think
just
so.
a chip. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let me see if
but-
I can-
But then then you think like, I don't know how big a 3DS cartridge, like how much space is on there compared to a Blu-ray disc. Like it's probably quite a bit different.
I mean, a Blu-ray disc, they're in.
You cut out there, sorry.
Aren't they like 150 gigs?
I was thinking they were just 50 gigs, but you may be right.
Oh. Nintendo game cartridge, 3DS, from 120 megabytes to 8 gigs.
Okay.
So if you get 8 gigs on that little of a card, think of like a full-size cart. I mean,
Yeah.
what are most games? 80 to 100, or 100 to 250. You're basically just selling a small solid-state hard drive at that point. You're just losing money hand over fist. But I like the idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I've also watched like Did You Know Gaming quite a bit on YouTube. It's a good channel.
Okay.
But they're talking about like Nintendo 64 cartridges. I guess this is really dumb. I never really thought about it, but Nintendo 64 cartridge was just 64 megabytes, which that's what the
Wow.
64 meant. Didn't really think about it. But they
Yeah.
like the reason they didn't put Final Fantasy VII, one of the reasons on Nintendo 64 was because it would have taken 7 cartridges.
Wow.
You know how awesome that would have been?
You're just like cycling through cartridges mid fucking string. Jesus.
Yeah, because they were so small
That's
compared
great.
to a disc.
Yeah. That's nuts. Man. God, what's the first? I know we're just rambling at this point. We'll wrap up soon. What's the first PlayStation game that you had multiple discs on that you can remember?
That I owned?
Yeah. I'm just curious because man, that was the thing. Like on PlayStation, like you just had those double-sided PlayStation games that were just 4 discs or whatever it was all the time. Like it was just all the time. I can tell you that my first one was Super. It was not Super. Goddamn, Metal Gear Solid.
I know I had that, and I want to say I had like Rival Schools United by Fate, which is like a Capcom fighting game. I thought it was 2 discs, but it at least came in one of those double boxes.
Came in a double box.
Maybe it had the soundtrack or something in it. Yeah, I thought I had. Maybe one of the Resident Evil games was 2 discs. I think
I just
Resident
thought
Evil
that was
2 was.
It was just cool to me, like being able to like switch out your disc in the middle of something, especially when they did it on a cliffhanger and you had to flip it to the next disc to check out what the fuck was going on. That was just a cool, I don't know, game mechanic that wasn't necessarily. It was just because of the space that they had on the disc.
Yeah, like I I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Mutant Nightmare on GameCube, and it's 2 discs.
A
Which is
GameCube
weird.
game with 2 discs? That's really weird.
Yeah, there was some. I want to say the Resident Evil remake on GameCube had 2 discs also.
That's weird.
But I think there's some 360 games that I thought LA Noire had like 4 discs, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I just
On
I was
360
that
at
was,
least.
it had to have been on that 360 because we had that. I had PlayStation Blu-ray. We didn't have to worry about space. Once they made that first
Yeah.
Blu-ray disc, they knew they were good. Or a dual layered Blu-ray disc, it was the same thing. Didn't
Yeah.
have to worry about that shit. And that's the thing is, while they're expensive to make, man, can you imagine the cost of a Blu-ray disc that the developers have to put into production, plus all the money that they're spending out? When you think of the grand scheme of things, $60 for a fucking game it's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably
it really
is. Because
It
like
really is.
they've been, I don't know. I mean, I remember when I was a kid when like Super Nintendo 64 games were like $60. So it's like it hasn't really changed. I mean, I feel like some like maybe PS2 were like 50.
Yeah, they
or
were. They were
something.
$49.99.
GameCube. Yeah, then they. But yeah, I still remember going to a Sears one time and seeing Hexen on Nintendo 64 for $79.99. I lost my mind.
It's fucking shit. Oh my god.
I'll never
it's so
forget.
crazy. Never. Hashtag never forget.
Hell no.
Hashtag never forget. Oh shit. That's the end of my brain power. I got nothing else to discuss with you aside from stuff that we don't talk about, like movies and wrestling. So you can tell me what you thought of the Hateful Eight one more time. Tell me that you didn't like it.
Well, it was all right.
This is his worst film.
Yeah, which doesn't mean it's bad. Because I thought Django
Right.
Unchained was his worst movie after I saw it, which didn't mean it was
you
bad
really?
either. Yeah.
That's true.
I was
What
gonna
was your problem with
watch it.
Django?
I actually don't even remember. I was going to watch it again because I saw it was on Netflix.
You should tell me because I'm surprised by that.
I mean, I guess once I think about it, Jackie Brown's probably my least favorite Tarantino movie.
Yeah. And that's just because it's a weird Tarantino movie.
Yeah, and I just didn't like Pam Grier or Robert Forster. Wasn't Chris Tucker in that?
Yeah, I think he was in it.
Probably not much. Samuel L. Jackson was awesome in Jackie Brown.
He's awesome in almost fucking everything, though.
That's true. But especially Jackie
Especially
Brown.
that, yeah. He really is.
But, I mean, it was Hateful Eight was too long.
It was.
Course. And it just, some of this stuff felt inconsequential, which normally seems like everything has a consequence in a Tarantino movie. And, like, I just knew at the beginning where that coach, that horse and carriage, sees Samuel L. Jackson and he's, like, walking towards the carriage. And Kurt Russell makes him go put his guns or whatever on a stump.
Right.
And I'm like, we're going to have to watch Samuel L. Jackson walk all the way to that stump. And we did. And
Yep.
it was not very close to the carriage. I'm like, holy shit, you could have cut.
All of
There's so many
that.
spots you could have cut something.
All of that.
Just short things. I don't know.
Yep. No, I 100% absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, agree with you. My thing of it is like, it's not an un-Tarantino movie. It's very much a Tarantino movie in the sense that you have a very long exposition-y beginning of the movie, very long exposition, right?
Yeah.
You get to the meat of it, and then it's chapter by chapter going on. Now you start piecing together, and holy hell, I'm all right. You drop an N-bomb here and there. Wow.
Yeah, there was a
Jesus
lot.
Christ, wow. They go to town in that movie. They are just N-bombing the hell out of that thing. But it took so long to get to the point where you realize that everything that you thought was happening happened. And then to see it happen, you were just kind of like, it had taken a little bit of the wind out of my sails at that point. Like, I didn't care. what had
Yeah.
happened, and I didn't care. I didn't care about not Jonah Hill. Jeez, that was last time. I didn't care about
Tatum.
motherfucker. Yeah, Channing Tatum. Like, I don't give a fuck about Channing Tatum at that point. I didn't. I did not at all.
Yeah.
And that was based on the fact that it took so long to get to that part. You knew right away to me, Tim Roth ain't no motherfucking hangman.
Hangman.
Ain't no hangman. Ain't no British hangman. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Jennifer Jason Leigh, though, I will tell you, she did a really good job. I thought she did excellent. Kurt
I
Russell's
don't know.
fucking- oh, really? I thought she did a pretty good job. She
I
did
didn't
pretty
think
good.
she had much to work with. I don't.
Well, I don't think the dialogue they gave her was very good, but I just thought like the way she embodied her character was pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I guess that was fine. But your dialogue sucked.
The dialogue in that entire movie wasn't very good. Like, surprisingly, it was kind of my biggest issue with it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think my number one issue was the lack of environments.
Yeah,
But
one
lack
environment
of scenery. Well, but yeah, the dialogue was a little bit weaker than normal.
than normal.
Feels like.
Yeah,
But like,
I don't know.
my favorite part for a few different reasons was that Samuel L. Jackson flashback with the naked guy.
Yeah,
Like,
so,
for one reason was because it was showing it and it was a different environment.
right. It's something different out of that cabin.
Yeah, and then what I was hoping he was gonna say is what he said.
Yeah,
I was hoping that's what he's gonna say. Is what happened.
Dick. Oh, it was so goddamn good.
Awesome.
Man, he was really good in this movie. I thought that he was excellent. Like, goddamn, that guy. He can just do it, you know. And when the Lincoln letter, I didn't see that coming. I really thought that was genuine. And then when he's like, "Fuck no, fuck no," you know why? Because a white man rolled a tear. Like, oh, it's so good. It's just,
Old Mary Todd's calling me. I better go.
Todd's calling. Oh God, it's so funny.
Who's that guy who played like Chris?
Walton Goggins from Justified.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job.
Character.
Senior Bob, though, probably best character of the year. He was just so good.
Yeah, I mean, like you automatically knew something was up the moment you heard his name was Senior Bob. It's like, what the fuck?
I love like Senior Bob to me is just character of the year. It's just, you just knew something was up. You just
playing Silent Night on the piano and he keeps fucking up.
Oh man, there's some pretty good parts in that movie, but it was overall, man, it wasn't up to snuff for me. And I'm all about Tarantino violence, but wow. They go to town.
Yeah, some of it just, I guess that's what I was meaning by inconsequential. Some of that was just
unnecessary.
Yeah, like, I guess we've already spoiled enough.
Yeah, we spoiled a lot.
Well, whenever it was doing like the flashback, whenever he was chasing that, I don't know who that dude, what his name is, but I think it was Michael Madsen was chasing that dude out who went out of the house and went and hit
the black guy.
went and hit some, I don't know, some shed
outhouse or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Just went and like, I thought that dude was going to say something important, but he's like, "Yeah, don't shoot me. I just started working here," and then he shoots him. It's like, well, that was pointless.
Just that whole entire I didn't even need that flashback. I really didn't, because all you did was you put those guys in that scenario cleaning up a house and you put Channing Tatum in the basement. I already figured that out the second I see Channing Tatum in the basement. I don't need to see it happen.
Yeah.
And then, the big shootout, when they blow off Senior Bob's face. God damn, that was fucking crazy. Woo! I was like, that is some good shit right there. Like, that's pure Tarantino right there. That is perfect. But again, it didn't need to happen. I really thought at the end he was going to get us, and Mannix was going to kill Samuel L. Jackson's character. Just one last big fuck around, you know.
Yeah. That's what I
But
thought.
I'm glad they didn't. There's a few things in that movie, but yeah, it's not as good as any of his other movies, in my opinion. Like I said, maybe what movie I told you was probably better than, because I haven't seen it? Death Proof, and maybe Jackie Brown. So he's done 8 movies, so it'd be 6.
But like, I don't know, Kurt Russell, I just think has no charisma at all. Does like nothing for me.
Oh man, really? I thought he played it pretty well. Like, he was funny. I thought he was really funny.
He was fine, but he just seemed like stereotypical Tarantino character to me. Like, and I feel like he was the same way in Death Proof.
My problem with him was, I like the way, again, it goes back to the way I thought the acting was great. I thought that he played the character well, but the dialogue was just shitty.
See, maybe that's what it was. Maybe
I think the dialogue was just, I don't know. Like, for me, that's what it was, because like, I thought that the way he played the character and all that shit, just the way he delivered the lines, and the lines themselves were just kind of like they just weren't. They didn't catch your attention. They didn't demand you to listen to what they were saying, like they were saying something important. It was just kind of there.
Yeah,
you know?
that's definitely true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch Django.
Yeah, Django's worth a watch. I mean, you look at Tarantino's movies, and you got Reservoir Dogs, which is great. Pulp Fiction, which is even better in my opinion. Kill Bill Volume 1, Volume 2, Death Proof, and Glorious Bastards, Django. I mean, I would probably go Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and Glorious Bastards for those 3.
I'd probably do the same.
Yeah. I mean, they're just so, and Glorious Bastards to me is just a really fucking good movie, but that's a really good big budget movie. Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs are very good, small budget, an idea of what he wanted to be movies, you know?
Yeah. So. I don't know. It's always been a toss-up between Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction to me, but I feel like the older I get, the more I like Pulp Fiction, but Reservoir Dogs is really good because I just watched it again recently.
I think the thing I like the most about Pulp Fiction is the way that the stories interlock themselves.
Yeah.
You know? Where you know, Reservoir Dogs has a very, very specific goal in mind, the story to tell, where you sometimes can't tell what Pulp Fiction's taking you. It takes you in all kinds of different places. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
I think that's when he started finding his whole chapter idea of, well, I'm going to go chapter by chapter and tell you these stories and try to tell you something inside of that. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you don't really need to watch Death Proof, but
I will never watch it, probably.
You should watch Planet Terror, the other half of Grindhouse, because that is fucking amazing. It's so fucking dumb. It's right up my alley.
Yeah. I don't know why I never saw it. I wanted to go see it in theaters because I like the idea of seeing a fucking, 5-hour movie?
It was like 3.5. I watched it in theaters.
Yeah, I would like to do it. I'd like to check it out, but I just haven't yet.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can buy them separately, I think. So, if you really wanted.
Yeah, and then the idea of movies that became real movies inside of the trailer, like Machete.
Yeah. Did something else?
Hobo with a Shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
That became a real movie.
I love Hobo with a Shotgun.
That is your kind of movie right there.
That's so good.
That's your kind of movie. Oh, shit. I never saw it, but it is your kind of movie. That bitch made $750,000 on a 3-hour or $3 million budget. Oh, Rutger Hauer.
The hell?
That's funny. That motherfucker is old as shit. 71. I don't know what they're gonna do when they try to put him back in Blade Runner. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Who knows?
I don't know.
The Revenant is in theaters here now, so I'm probably gonna go watch that soon.
You should. I really want to see what you have to say about that. I love that movie. I really did. I'm excited to see what you think. Like I said, I'm not trying to put my feelings into what you went in with it, but you came out of feeling about Hateful Eight the way I did when I watched it. It was just kind of like, it's good, but it's not that good. It's not that good. Revenant though is, I like I said it before. I love the way he gets his cinematographer to those shots. They're just so good. They're just really good. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna watch next. I might try to watch Concussion, but we'll see. Creed was really good. I was happy that Sylvester Stallone won a Golden Globe for that. It was worthwhile.
Yeah, I'd like to watch Creed, but I've never seen any of the Rockies, but that'd be the one I'd want to see. Because I like Michael B. Jordan. So.
Yeah, and Ryan Coogler, who's now directing Black Panther, so
yeah,
that has some hope now. So, all right, well, let's call it a night, shall we? Let's call that a podcast with our giant breaks in between of not having Ryan and us having computer issues, and talking some shop on some movies that we don't normally do. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll see what we feel like. We're almost at episode 100. This is 95. We got a few more to go. The last
almost
episode.
there. Very last episode.
The final episode. Season 2 finally begins.
I hate 100 episode seasons.
It's the worst. It's just so much TV. You just can't stand it anymore. It's so long. Until next week, or whenever the fuck we get back together. Probably more than that. It's been bi-weekly lately. Like payday, except this week. Nice. For Ryan, who's not here, he's working. For Ralph, who's right here, I'm Derek. Thanks for listening. Level up.